Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're having a great day. So today I want to talk a little bit about Electroneum, which has now become the 10th member of the blockchain for Europe. And basically what that means, this is an organization, and I'll explain it in their own words. Let's see here. Uh, the chair of the very select group, that includes Binance and Ripple, said Electroneum's goal for financial inclusion has caught the attention of many crypto and blockchain experts around the world. Electroneum is now the 10th member of Blockchain for Europe, an industry organization that focuses on blockchain promotion and education to help the EU remain at the global forefront of blockchain innovation. The award-winning crypto project now shares a privileged place amongst the membership, one of the most respected in Europe, along with Blockseed, Binance, Fetch, AI, Ripple, and Block One. So, Electroneum is always seen as one of the more reputable, if not the most reputable, crypto companies, projects in the space. Yet, Electroneum, it doesn't get the respect it deserves, nor is it in the top 10. And this is due to some type of cognitive dissonance, some type of cognitive dissonance that we experience in cryptocurrency by mistaking cryptocurrency for the gambling halls of Monte Carlo or being in Las Vegas. And what I mean by that is everybody's just using cryptocurrency as highly speculative devices. They're using Bitcoin to buy more altcoins that are just more speculation. And that's pretty much what it is, right? Let's not sugarcoat this, right? Let's not disillusion many of ourselves into thinking that we're in projects that people are really going to use, people care about, and projects that are going to change the world. Because I don't think that's going to be the outcome. I think it's a reason that the market cap of Bitcoin is still under $200 billion. And I think it's a reason why the crypto space hasn't grown. And I think those are some of the reasons. Let me remind you all, if you're in cryptocurrency for fast money and champagne wishes and caviar dreams, that your odds in some cases might be better spent at Las Vegas, which you probably got a 45% chance of winning in Vegas, right? I don't think you got those type of chances in cryptocurrency. I really don't. I think they're far worse than that, unless you're in really good projects, right? And unfortunately, the good projects that I believe in the future will bring the real value, they get pushed under the rug, under the bus at this point in time, and it's very shameful that that happens. But let's talk about Electroneum being listed on Binance. So we know that Richard Ellis recently did a, a video response to CZ, which I didn't think was necessary. I think it just shows the ridiculousness of what's happening in this space. With all this going on, right? All Electroneum's done, television ads, the one of the largest cryptocurrencies in the space, membership wise, best use cases in the space. It is ridiculous that there has to be video messages sent to CZ, that Richard Ellis can't speak directly with CZ, meet with CZ, and there be a reasonable decision made on listing Electroneum. I don't use Binance. I'm not a fan of it. And I would prefer Electroneum did not use it. But here's the thing. Electroneum investors have, been very patiently waiting, and they deserve to be rewarded. And right now, the reality is the space, although we're starting to come out of it now, we're still stuck in centralized exchanges that are controlling 95% of all our trading. It is a shame. Uniswap is finally showing us that decentralized exchanges can outperform uh, uh, centralized major exchanges, right? They've outperformed Coinbase. And my hope is they'll outperform Binance and that Binance will disappear. That is really my hope. But because I wouldn't want to see Electroneum investors punished, it is the only reason that I would be for being listed on Binance and getting more liquidity and get more attention to Electroneum that's very much deserved. But this entire thing is ridiculous that a Binance is kind of can sit there with their hands folded like they do not know if it's a good idea to list Electroneum and so on and so forth, right? Totally ridiculous. There was a video some years ago, I believe, where Dtube had a big issue with Electroneum, where, as I understood it, Binance was asking them for buku dollars to get listed, right? And you have very little respect for those type exchanges. My understanding is Bittrex doesn't do that. I don't know why Electroneum wouldn't speak with an exchange like Bittrex, get on Bittrex, which is a great deal more reputable. So I don't quite understand that, but they're not on there, so I don't know what's going on with that. Richard L. should be on Bittrex. He should be on, but perhaps this has to do with the a lot what's going on with getting American customers and those things. But seeing the high level of compliance that Electroneum has covered, right, unlike many other cryptocurrencies, it seems like it doesn't make sense they wouldn't be able to get on Bittrex. And it's crazy that they're having so much trouble with Binance. So none of this makes sense to me. I think it's craziness. But again, I'm not a big fan of centralized exchanges. I think what the only thing they're managing to do is further is to make cryptocurrency projects less decentralized, and the fact that they can make decisions and control who gets to trade who where, uh, and bottleneck the volume of the trading throughout cryptocurrency, I think is a shame, and I think it's anti-cryptocurrency. And the only way I think this ends again is with the centralized exchanges finally just meeting their end. They're not necessary. They are not needed. They need to just go. But with everything going on with Electron, them now being part of a 10-member organization that's one of the most prestigious in Europe, um, and Binance still not recognizing them, it looks ridiculous. I'm not a fan of Binance. I've heard a lot of horror stories about them. Uh, I think that they're on the verge of what would be an illegal exchange organization. I'm not a big fan of them, and I would better prefer Electroneum traded somewhere else. But again, a lot of community wants them on there. There's a lot of liquidity on there, and it's understandable that people who have invested and sought back over the years, waiting for the value of Electroneum to go up to have that opportunity, right? So I kind of just leave it there with that. But yeah, this whole thing has been crazy over the years with Electroneum. I want to talk about the Dtube mainnet launch that happened today. Very interesting, very exciting. All right, so the Dtube mainnet launched today. The tokens they were earning before, the DTC token, it was just a test token. It wasn't a real token. As of today, they're now able to trade the Dtube token, and I believe it's going to be, if it's not already, I haven't checked. I think it might be on Uniswap or something like that, the Avalon blockchain that Dtube's going to be using. So I'll have to double check with that to see if that's the case. Not sure where else they'll be at, but so far that's the one I've been kind of hearing coming out of the ether where they might be. Excuse me for these rude announcements. Let me turn that off. Anyway, Dtube, interesting enough, if you know the history of Dtube, you know it's part of the Steam blockchain, and there was changes made in the direction of Dtube as it went its own way with its own blockchain. Now, I want to talk real quick about some of the improvements I'm hearing about Dtube that is quite interesting. One thing that happened a lot with Dtube and the DPOS system was that you generally you have your coins staked, right? They're staked for X amount of time. You can't take it out, without powering down and so on and so forth. If I understand it correctly, Dtube on this blockchain, you can just unstake your coins anytime you want. And so many believe that's going to encourage more investors as they can stake their coins, take them out when they want. They won't have the limitations that we've seen with the Steem and Hive blockchain, right? The distribution as well seems to going to be a great deal better. They're going to be able to create more whales, a better distribution system, and a smaller supply. I think it's going to be like a couple of million coins altogether. So the value of Dtube in comparison to Hive and Steem, the value may be able to rise a great deal higher. Some speculate due to the low supply. All right. And so that's all very interesting. I certainly will be posting some videos here on Dtube. Looks like I was eligible some of the airdrop coins. If you have been using it over the last several years, they gave you an airdrop, right? So it's looking pretty, it's sounding pretty good. I'm a big believer in video content sites. They haven't done as well as I would think they should have done. Video content, very educational. YouTube worth a lot of money, hundreds of billions of dollars. So there's a lot of room here for these type of projects to carve out some of that market share. Unfortunately, for various reasons, just hasn't worked out, right? Distribution's been bad, marketing's been bad. A lot of things just haven't worked out for the video platforms. It's one of those mysteries I can't quite figure out yet, but maybe Dtube will change that going forward into the future. And can really make a go at this going to work. We hope so. As again, I think video content is very educational. I think it's very valuable. YouTube's one of the most educational. I think it's #1 now. It's the most educational website in the world due to its video content and the value it brings. So if Dtube can squeeze in there and figure out a way to move value over to content creators, maybe a little bit better than many of the other video projects I've done in the past, because what I see is generally these projects, the content creators make very little money and the incentive is very little to participate, and I don't think they really go much of any place, but maybe those days are going to change soon. So we hope that for the future, and maybe we should get over to Dtube, give it a try, see if you like it, see what's happening over there. And finally, we want to talk about the Bitcoin profit sharing program. So Bitcoin has a video interface. It is similar to what you get on YouTube. Now the differences is, amongst other things that you can review our channel and see, it's a very multifaceted cryptocurrency project, quite versatile. But you can join our partnership program. It works similar to the YouTube partnership program. If you're a content creator, you can be added to our site and you receive a participation amount of coins every month, similar to how YouTube, through its advertiser, pays off basically its content creators, right? And so you're able to do that. Join with us today. We'll leave a link in the description. If you make videos, if you make music, if you're a photographer and you use video content, you are able to join with us on our project. And if you do any of those things, generally, if you're a content creator, you want to get your content out to as much of the internet as possible. And so you should be doing that. Join Bitcoin NYK. You can earn while you're doing it and get your videos on the front page. Sounds like a win-win situation to me. We'll leave all the details in the description. If you're interested in our universal-based income project, you can just come over to the site, be a participator in the site, and you can earn our universal-based income token every month by completing a few simple steps and getting a wallet with us. And so some great things happen in the cryptocurrency, some great projects, Electroneum, Dtube, and Bitcoin MYK. Make sure you join today and check them out. But that's all I want to say in this video. If you like content like this, don't Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, take care.